Well, good morning, beautiful people. This is Dr. Hoskins here on a beautiful Monday morning, the Monday before Easter. I want to talk to you about something that we struggle with all the time, personally and as a society. Is we're so focused on the symptoms that we forget that the symptoms aren't the problem; they're just the signals that something else is going on. Um, so symptoms are like the fire alarm. It's not the fire alarm's not the problem. You can go take the batteries out of the fire alarm, disconnect it, and it stops wailing. But have you really solved the problem that's indicated by the fire alarm? No, you haven't. All you've done is gotten rid of the alarm system, the signals that something's going on. So we have to be very careful not to be symptom driven, and unfortunately, we are. You look at watch TV at all, and all of the big ads. If you have this symptom or that symptom or this symptom or that symptom, then take this thing or do that thing, and be careful because you might get the same symptoms tenfold back as side effects. You just need to be very, very careful that we're not just symptom driven. We're not making feeling perfect, whatever that means, as an idol. That we're not worshiping that feeling of perfection, because we will do things that aren't good for us. We'll do things that are immoral, illegal, and unethical, and deadly to feel good. And that's a lot of the problem with addictions to drugs, addictions to especially some of the narcotics, is they stop the body from feeling things. And other things is not just physical things, but they are addictions that we do to try to stop feeling emotional pain. And so we have to be very, very careful that we're not always trying to just chase away the symptoms. We're actually looking at root causes, root problems. There's a discussion in chiropractic, and I'm on one side, and it's not really a end all be all kind of thing, but your posture, is it the problem or is it a symptom? I hold that it's a symptom. It's a symptom of a vertebral segments not being aligned, and then habits over time, and being misaligned over time can actually cause structural changes. So I see posture as a symptom, not the cause. Others, with their technique, rightfully so for their technique, see posture as the cause, and they're doing corrections of the subluxations they find within the posture to correct the posture, and that's their signal of success, and that's fine for them. I'm looking at what they're actually doing. They're correcting subluxations, helping the body correct subluxations, and the posture improves. They're just using posture as their bellwether, if you will, their rock in the front yard. That goes to the joke. You go to an old timer antique store, and there's a rock there. It's called the weather rock, and it's like it tells you the weather outside, because if it's wet, it means it's rainy. If it's cold, it means it's cold. If it's got ice on it, it means it's icy. If it's hot, it means it's hot. If it's dry, that means you don't have enough water in the yard. That kind of a weather stone. That's what I'm talking here. They're using subluxation as that indicator of what they're actually correcting. So, regardless, when the problem is solved, the signals eventually go away. You've not you, but you've heard the story or seen somebody else in your family cooking bacon, and they turn away, and it just gets a little bit too crisp, and all the oil starts to vaporize, and the smoke detector goes off in the kitchen, and you take care of the problem, but the signal takes a little bit of time to respond, and we have to be very careful of that as well. We need to um, not chase the symptoms. They're the worst indicator of what's going on. We need to focus on the problem, or what's causing that signal to go off. And one last thing before I wrap this up, excuse me. We all have heard of and known somebody who is extremely healthy. They exercised very well. They just got last week. They had their cardiac, coronary arteries examined, and they're 90% clear, and this, that, and the other. They're eating right. They're healthy and everything. They just die of a stroke. something was wrong in their system, and there was no signal telling the investigators, hey, there's something wrong. And so we have to be very careful that we rely on symptoms or the signals as the only source of what we try to help the body improve on, and we focus on the cause. So if you are experiencing symptoms, congratulations. That means your body is communicating. It's not failing. It's actually doing its job. If those symptoms, those signs, that pain is there, that means it's telling your brain something's wrong. It's actually working. It's like the gauges on your dashboard or the dummy lights on your dashboard. They're going off. That means they're working. They're actually telling you something's going on. You need to investigate. And the problem is if you silence the signals, you're going to experience more damage. You're going to have more heartache. You're going to have more long-term consequences than if you just pull over, find out what's going on, get it to the shop, get it corrected, and then go forward. And we tend to really focus on the symptoms and the signals too much. But in chiropractic, we listen to your story, we listen to the signals and the signs that you're experiencing as you tell us your story, and we go down to what we consider the root cause, which is interference in the body repairing itself. And that's what we call the chiropractic vertebral subluxation. So there's a saying in proper communication: act, don't react. In chiropractic, we want you to be proactive. We want you to make sure things are taken care of before there's a problem. If you wait to react, damage is already being done. Setbacks takes more intensive care. It takes longer for you to get to the problem solved, and then to have the things that you're complaining about go away. So listen to your body. It'll whisper to you when you need to see the chiropractor. And as the saying goes, if you listen to your body whisper, you won't have to hear it scream. So you guys have a great day. It is Monday before Easter. I look to do a couple more this week and then enjoy Easter weekend with my family. Love you all, guys. Love all you guys, all y'alls, all y'alls. There you go. Take care. Bye bye.